Hello there, this is TechBizmo, and welcome back once again to another video. In this video, everybody, I'm going to be taking a look at Ubuntu 18.10. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. One thing I would like to announce, guys, is that I am back on my Dell Latitude E6430, and I will be making a video listing the reasons why, but that's not going to be this video, so I'm just going to go ahead and turn my attention to Ubuntu 18.10, I apologize, almost said 17.10. But yeah, what I meant to say was Ubuntu 18.10, so anyways, let's get started with that. So like all of my review videos and taking a look at distribution review videos, except for Linux Mint, with an exception of Linux Mint, I do this in a virtual machine, so one of the downsides of doing Linux distribution reviews in a virtual machine is, number one, you don't get any fast animations. It won't be fast in general, it's going to be generally a lot slower than it would typically be outside of a VirtualBox, your actual system on hardware, I guess I could say. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with the review. I'm still going to be using that really terrible pun. So yeah, let's go ahead and start this. Actually, one thing to note before I get started with this review is that I have booted up this Ubuntu partition before, mainly because I had a failure recording, and that was because that was actually my doing. I shut off the computer when I meant to just pause it. I paused it and shut it down later in the day. So yeah, that's why you will not be able to see the welcome screen. I will actually be making a separate video dedicated to the welcome screen. I'm sorry, but since I'm just too lazy to reinstall and just show the welcome screen. If I can find some way to open up the welcome screen during the review, then surely I will, and we'll just forget about the video dedicated to the stupid welcome screen. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. And I'm sure the welcome screen isn't a need anyways, because it's pretty much the same as, the experience of Ubuntu 18.04. The welcome screen's pretty much the same, except, you have a little bit of a different theme and stuff. And here we are. Another video that I am going to be doing in the future is a video basically comparing 18.04 and Ubuntu 18.10. So as you guys can see, we are on the, I believe it's called GDDM. I believe that's the login manager it uses. It's just the GNOME Display Manager, Login Manager, whatever you'd like to call it. I'm just going to call it GNOME Login Manager, just to make it easier for me. So as you guys can see, we are on the login screen, and we have my profile, so we're going to go ahead and click on that. And one thing I'd like to let you guys know is that they have changed the theme of the login screen. You can see it looks a lot flatter than what it used to look like. Actually, in my opinion, it looks a lot nicer too, so yeah. As I said, I actually, did I say this? I don't know if I did, but I will be making a video comparing the two. Yes, I did say that, so I apologize for that. Yeah. And here we are. I also apologize. Yeah, as I said at the beginning of this video, you can see there's no animations showing up. I'm not sure if that's because it's on software rendering mode, or it's just because I'm in a VirtualBox. I think it's just because I'm in a VirtualBox and software rendering isn't even on. Or maybe software rendering is on, it's just not telling me, but, hopefully you guys can deal with this. Yeah, you can see that, that wonderful lag. And, yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear my CPU fan ramping up, but it's starting to turn on a bit. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So, when you first log in, you will be presented by this very ugly background. Only joking, Ubuntu company, whatever you guys are, Ubuntu distribution developers. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Yeah, so I believe this does still use the GNOME desktop environment, except, they've changed up the theme a bit. The default theming, it's now a, I don't know what this theme's called. I'll actually take a look at that later if I can, so yeah. First thing we're going to take a look at is, let's go ahead and take a look at our show applications. So this is basically what you get in any GNOME desktop environment. And I don't even know if it's just not showing me the animation, or if I'm on software rendering mode, or if they disabled the animation. So I guess we'll find that out in the future. Sadly, not in this video, because I'm not going to be installing this on real hardware. So what do you get on the show applications menu, on the applications menu for short? You get, your weirdo card game, your Amazon, calculator, calendar, cheese, documents, files, Firefox input method, language selection, I believe that is. Is that what it is? Oh well. LibreOffice, LibreOffice, all of that thing. Mahjong, I've never been able to pronounce that. Mines, power statistics, Remina, love that name, Remina, Rhythmbox, settings, Shotwell, Simple Scan, software and updates, I think. Software, whatever. You guys can, I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be switching to this distro and, at least trying it out, because it is officially out. You know me, I normally save the distribution reviews until a few days after it came out, or as it was in the Linux Mint 18.3, since I loved Linux Mint at that time. I actually was the first person to upload an 18.3 official release video onto YouTube. So, yeah. You've also got startup applications, startup disk, Sudoku, system monitor, so, I could check my CPU usage, text editor, Thunderbird, Thunderbird Mail, to-do, transmission, Ubuntu software, utilities, which you can open up and you can go ahead and read that aloud if you want. You can read it to yourself also. Videos, and that is pretty much it. So we can go ahead and exit this and go away, please. Hello, darkness, my old... First thing I want to do pretty much immediately is find a much nicer wallpaper, because I'm not really a fan of this one, so go ahead and... I really apologize for this lag, guys. We'll go ahead and choose that thing. That actually does look nice. Actually, we'll try this one. That looks nicer, so yeah, there you go. You get a nice view of the... I don't know what ocean that is, or maybe it's just a lake. The next thing I want to take a look at is this sidebar. So basically, this applications menu was actually part of the sidebar. So, basically I'm just going to cover, the bar and the panel first. So, on the bar, by default, you have Firefox, Thunderbird Mail, Files, which basically, obviously, is your file manager. Again, I apologize for the lag. LibreOffice Writer, Ubuntu software, Help, and Help Me, and Amazon. And on the desktop, you have Trash. Let's just find the TechBizmo file and throw that in there, because that's where I belong. Anyways... you've got your activities button, which you can go to your workspace switcher, which I'm not going to do because I'm not a big workspace user. You've got your calendar at the top. As you guys can see, this is your notifications page, with your calendar. And up here you have, your audio, your connections, which I will take a look at in a minute. You have your power settings, account, and basically all settings, like settings right here, log out, or I believe that's log, and that is, suspend, shut down, and restart, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So, yeah, you got your nice volume control. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the wired settings. This will be pretty much completely different if you have a wireless connection, and most people are going to be on a wireless connection. Also, by the way, I apologize if you can hear my baby sister screaming to the top of her lungs. I think it's happy screams. I don't think it's any angry or sad screams, so don't be worried about her. So, looks like we got 1,000 megabits a second. Let's set up a VPN. So, yeah, if you guys have wireless configured on your computer, this is, it'll basically have a little section that says wireless, and you'll be able to select through the wireless. But we're going to take a look at the settings in a minute. We're not going to look at it right now, so, yeah. The next thing I want to take a look at, I think settings would be a good thing to take a look at now. So we'll go ahead and open up our settings and check this out. So, come on, buddy. If this will ever do it. Oh, there we go. Kinda. Technical difficulties. I guess we'll just have to leave it like that. I apologize. Anyways, yeah, I have Bluetooth right here. So, this is awful. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Okay, we are back. So now we'll go ahead and switch to full screen mode. And, yep, we are finally in Bluetooth. But since there's no Bluetooth card found, it's kind of useless to be in here. And I did not mean to go to full screen. So, it's not going to let me drag it up anymore now. I think I might actually go ahead and finish off the rest of this video on an actual Ubuntu partition. So, I'm just, because this is so horrendously slow, we're going to cut ahead in the video to when I have it installed on real hardware. I really apologize for this. Welcome back, guys. I am officially on real hardware with Ubuntu 18.10. So let's go ahead and finish up the majority of this video. Not the majority of this video, but the let's finish up this video on real hardware so we don't have any issues, shall we? So this is my first time booting this up, so I am able to show you guys the welcome screen. So here is the welcome to Ubuntu screen, and basically it just says connect your online accounts, and it says, you know, connect your online accounts, your accounts to easily access your online calendar, documents, photos, and more. And basically you have option for Ubuntu single sign-on, Google, Nextcloud, and Microsoft. So if I go to skip, I believe that's pretty much it. I can just skip, and you know, I can help improve Ubuntu, which we can go ahead and send the info. So we'll go ahead and be nice and do that. And you also have our software, which we're not going to download any software. Well, we might, but I don't think we're going to download any of these softwares. Maybe Discord or VLC. I wonder if VLC is actually on here. And no, it looks like it's not on here by default, so that will be helpful to install later if I do decide to switch to this distribution. And, yep, there's some more apps, so we'll go ahead and click Done. And, yep, here we are on the Ubuntu 18.10 desktop. So we can go ahead and go back to the settings. Go ahead and head over to Bluetooth. I can go back over to Wi-Fi to show you guys. So, yep, for visible networks, you can see there's my Wi-Fi network. Of course, that's going to be blurred out because it shows my last name. And a lot of people are going to say, like, what's wrong with your showing your last name? It's not that bad. Well, I still don't want to show it. So, yeah, there's my opinion right there. Bluetooth. Now, I actually do have a Bluetooth chip in this laptop. So, I would be able to connect it to my... sorry, I just had to click in my laptop to my docking station. But anyways, I would be able to connect it to my Bluetooth speaker. And yep, there we go. You know, Ryan's passport is now being read because I just connected it to my docking station. I just had to click it down. Yeah, so there's Bluetooth. Now we have background, which I did look at earlier, so I don't really need to look at that. And by the way, yes, it does have the animations, so I was wrong. It was just, or I was right, actually. It was just the VirtualBox acting up. So we have dock as well, which we don't like it to be that big. I like it to be around that size, so yep, that's about right. So yep, dock, you can do auto hide if you want, which I'm not going to do. I kind of like it like that. You know, position on screen as well. You can do bottom. Oh, you actually have option to do bottom now. Actually, you might have already had that. Anyways, we'll go ahead and check out the notifications. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty pretty easy to learn about, just in your notification center. For the search, you have, you know, this sort of stuff. You can deactivate and activate new things. So I could not allow you to search stuff through Ubuntu software. So if I disable that and then search VLC, it shouldn't search it on the Ubuntu Software Center. Let's actually try that. We'll just call that yeah, it's not there. So, yep. But we actually do want that enabled. So, regional language, we don't really need to look at that. Universal access, you can look at that as well if you guys would like. Online accounts, this is basically what showed up at the beginning of the welcome screen. Privacy, screen lock, all that sort of stuff. Sharing, I can change the computer name if I want. It's currently Ryan Ubuntu. Sound, which I'm not going to tinker at all because I do not want to mess up my microphone. Then, I can change the brightness if I want. Whoa! I just turned off my LCD or LED. Is it LED or LCD? I think it's LCD backlight. Yeah, I think it's LCD. And then devices, you have displays, keyboard, mouse, and touchpad, printers, removable media, Thunderbolt, which I do not have Thunderbolt, so, yep, no Thunderbolt support, and color. And, yep, there's our printer, actually. That's very nice. Let's see. Go ahead, head over to, where was I? Okay, network. Oh, network. Okay, so, yeah, right here you can check out, wired networks and VPN. We already looked at that. And devices, this is basically just going to show you about my PC. And, yep, this is the GNOME desktop environment. So, that is pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much all the settings. I apologize, I'm not completely done with this video yet. Let's actually check out the calculator. You know me, always have to check out the calculator. The calculator. So, if this will ever load up. I don't know, maybe I will be switching to my E7240 again because there's some things that I like better about that laptop, like, speed-wise and graphics-wise. Like, for that one, I'm actually able to edit 1080p 60 FPS footage. With this laptop, I am not. So, maybe I'll be selling this one instead. But I will be making a video on that in the future, so stay tuned for that. So here we have the calculator. We'll do 72 times 1. No, really? It's 72? I didn't know that. Alright. 6 times 9. 324. Yay, it is that. Wait. Yep, that's correct. Anyways, we'll go ahead and close that out. So, now that we know the calculator's not completely dumb in there, we can check out some other stuff. You can check out our file manager. I think I took a glimpse at this at the beginning of the video, but that was pretty much it. You have the snap directory. GNOME calculator, it looks like. Of course, you've got your recent home, desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures, videos, trash. Ryan's passport. This is optional. Yours might not say Ryan's passport. Yours might not say Ryan's passport. Yours might say Bob the Builder's passport. So. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it. That is all I wanted to talk about to you guys. That is all I wanted to show you guys. That is pretty much it. So be sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. Leave a like on this video, comment, like, and subscribe. And be sure to check out some of my other videos. And yeah, as I said, it is the end of this video now. Thank you guys very, very much for watching this video, and let me know what you guys think.